to share something with you. That might put me in a very negative light, yeah.
Relationships are not my forte.
See if someone grabbed up my wife or something, completely different ballgame.
I'll walk away from here, and this has been like a therapy session.
This is Colm McGuigan for AFL TV, proudly sponsored by Everlast. Delighted to be joined by Jamie Conlan. Jamie, first of all, what a performance from Michael. Talk to me a bit about that.
Yeah, it was a great performance. It's been a very testing year, a great learning year for Michael. A lot of ups and downs. That was the icing on the cake for the year. It was a great performance. Mindset, the whole camp has been different, and he's been learning and adapting as a fighter. He's been also learning and adapting as a man outside the ring and growing. And you know, in hindsight, these things happen all for a reason, and maybe that's true when it comes to March. It was a very tough time, and he's rebuilt perfectly. Had a fantastic year after that, and learned a lot because of March. But tonight, he had a different mindset. The whole camp, he's had a different mindset. He's been training different, punching different. I think he's really found his range and his technique that really works for him.
I asked Adam Booth this question. Don't mean any offence, but is that a good night for Michael because he finishes it so early, or are you disappointed that he didn't get the rounds in on a night like that?
No, why the fuck do I want to get him the rounds in? Get him out of there as quick as possible. He gets enough rounds in. 10 rounds against Miguel Mariaga, who was always dangerous in August, who was always heavy-handed, who was always a risk. That was the night to get the rounds in. That was the night to get chin checked. That was the night to be building and putting demons to bed. Tonight was about bettering himself, working on himself, and really putting a statement on the 126-pound division.
Gurphy's obviously a fringe world level fighter. Yeah. Michael's now at that level. Who's next? Who do you want next, and when do you want to see that happen? Belfast, March?
Belfast, March, yeah. It would be ideal. Friday, March 17th, St. Paddy's Day, really ties in well for the holiday feel. And the celebrations that come up St. Paddy's Day will be great. Everyone doing the parade that day, and we all come for the fight night. So that's what our aim is. We really want to make it work. We've booked the SSC. I know we're also looking at Madison Square Garden. So it's about the right fight to kind of make it happen.
Give me a few of the names that you're looking at out there.
I'm not looking at any names. I'm looking at the best fit for Michael Conlan. My business is Michael Conlan. We're in the Michael Conlan business, and that's the only fighter we look to bet on. I'll sit down with Top Rank next week. Most likely before Christmas, we'll negotiate what's going to be next. If Lopez wins tonight, Top Rank will have another player in the 126 division with the world title situations. The WO title most likely is going to become vacant with Navarrete and Valdez going up, and most likely Navarrete is not going to stay at 126. That could be another play with the 126-pound division in the WO route. And I think commercially and everything else, from a fan point of view, from a fight point of view, from a TV broadcasting point of view, Lee Wood always works for the WBA situation. So, yeah, we're looking at every option. We'll sit down with Top Rank and we'll figure out what's going to be the next plan and how we make it work as a team.
I don't know, you probably don't. I know you don't watch interviews, it's not your type of thing, but Eddie Hearn made some interesting comments yesterday about the Lee Wood situation. He said it's a fight he would love to see Lee Wood, Michael Conlan. As a promoter, that's what he wants to do. However, Ben Davison has said no. What do you make of those comments?
Doesn't surprise me.
Moving on from that, down the card, Padraig McCrory in a tough fight tonight. What did you make of that fight?
It was a high risk, low reward fight for Paddy. The key for Paddy, though, at this stage the stage of his career and the age that he is, he needs activity. So, two massive fights, a long year, a heavy year. A lot of camps, didn't spar once this camp, had a really bad hand getting in. He didn't want to fight a journeyman, so we fought an unbeaten guy, unknown guy as well. We didn't really know what to expect and didn't really know the toughness that they were going to be in the ring. So, good for him because he got rounds. He needs to look at the positives. Rounds is a positive. He needs to also look at the positives because he's never been in the ring with that kind of mentality before. He looked like he had more of a sparring mentality. And he didn't have that same fear or drive, adrenaline rush. He was just kind of going in and going through the motions, but you can't do that all the time. And then again, going through the motions and getting hit and getting clipped and getting cut and having the fight on and hitting the guy and not going down. These are big things that he has to has to kind of he's still a novice pro, even though he is an IBO world champion and he is 34 years of age. You know, he's a baby in the pro game, really, what he's kind of done. So these wee nights all standing well. We're looking again at either a defence at the IBO world title in March, or moving down the super middleweight and looking at a big name there. So the world is his oyster, and he is the man who's trying to strike when the iron is hot. His reception here is fantastic, and you know, not long, I think the party is heading the SSC. I really do believe it.
I spoke to Cal Sarland. He said he'd love the Lyndon Arthur fight. However, it looks as if Lyndon Arthur's going to fight Callum Smith, maybe. Do you like that Lyndon Arthur fight for Padraig McCrory?
I think it's a great fight for Callum Smith. It's a great fight for Padraig McCrory. Yeah, listen, and any options that we're going to look at, we'll all sit down as a team and see what's the best kind of fight. Paddy now is in a position where he has something that people want. It has a bit more worth in the negotiation. And yeah, he's someone that really wants the big fights now. He understands he's late in his age, and boxing time waits for no man. So age waits for no man, and he's looking big fights like that.
Next Conlan boxing fighter, Kurt Walker, in against a former opponent of yours. A bit of a weird situation. Do you have a conversation with Kurt before this and speak to him about the type of style that he comes in with?
Well, because I had a first-hand account of what it was like to get hit by Cardoso, albeit at 115 pounds. Jesus, that's a long time ago. Cardoso was heavy-handed, erratic, swings and hits you in the back of the head, and they're actually pretty sore at the back of the head. But I said to Kurt, if you go one better than me and stop him, I'll give you a bonus. He was unable to do it, so yum. But you know, if he lost a round, he would give me something, and not sexual. No homo, is that what the kids say? So he has to do something for me, but yeah, wash the car or something. I don't fucking know what we're gonna do. But yeah, he didn't lose a round, so it's a stalemate. We didn't hang. He was very, very good. Thought he could have stepped on in the last round and get him out of there. He was really fighting home with it when he switched to southpaw with the back hand, both head and body. We're matching Kurt very hard, very tough. You know, it doesn't really look good record-wise, but the toughness of the matchmaking, the matches, are people who are giving him rounds and going to prepare him for when he's doing 10-round fights and 12-round fights, and what we're expecting in the future are big fights with Kurt, and people who are just going to fall over and roll down. Kieran Malloy, on the other hand, we are going to really need to start looking at fighters who are going to fall over. In Germany, I think I made a mistake in Germany picking a middleweight opponent because he was too big. Kieran's moving in the welterweight, and it was a risky enough fight. But tonight we picked a welterweight who gave Joe Laws all he wanted last week, and he's proven a wee bit of a tasty journeyman, coming over and on these shores and pushing fighters all the way. Malloy's exceptional. I was sitting the night and looking at the sparring of Avanisium with Angel and just going, this is a 4-0 prospect here. I truly believe he's going to be a superstar. How he graces the ring, his ring generalship, his punch selection is top notch, and he's a fantastic and wicked body puncher.
Two Conlan boxing fighters, unfortunately their fights fell through in Tyrone McKenna and Lewis Crocker. Will we see any of them out before Christmas, January, that type of time? What's next? We're
looking at the Croc to get out Friday next week. We want to get him out before Christmas.
Where is that?
Birmingham. Tom Stalker, a friend of mine, said he can get me a slot on that show, and we're looking at getting him out there. We need Croc back. He's had a really tough year. He's been out of the ring too long. I really want to see him and Adam together and get the ball rolling with them. And he's had a very short camp on this one, but we want to get him out before Christmas, just for him, for his own mental state, for his own physical state, to kind of get one in the bank and put this year behind us, and really look forward to a big 2023. Tyrone had said to Carmen Reddy about Arnold Barbosa February 4th. If they're needing an opponent, Tyrone McKenna's here, and I think they're looking at Pedraza for Barbosa, and if that's not an option, we're happy to kind of throw Tyrone and put him in the mix. Tyrone McKenna wants big fights. If we can't get something like that, Liam Taylor here in St. Paddy's Day, because I was really excited about that fight, we can do again. But again, big fights. I spoke with Ben Shaw about Florian Marcoux. That's something that excites everyone. And I think 140 is also an option for Tyrone. So we're looking at fights at 140, 147, and big fights. He wants big fights. Again, he's a man who's very hard to... His fight fell through at the start of the week, and he couldn't be annoyed fighting for a journeyman for a simple of nothing. He wants big fights only.
I know you're really pushed for time here, so I'll go really quickly. Give me a sentence on each of these. Sean McComb, not a Conlan boxing fighter, but fought well tonight. Sean McComb, Fergus Quinn, Conor Quinn.
I think Sean McComb and Fergus Quinn can both start headlining shows in the Ulster Hall next year. We have 5 dates with ESPN and 5 dates with TG Carr, hopefully coinciding the two. Both lads can definitely headline. I think they proved it tonight. They really proved their worth. They sold a lot of tickets. A great fanfare. Hopefully Sean's hand is okay. He fought one-handed and wanted the real European title against an unbeaten 23-0 kid with one hand. Fergus Quinn is a steam train, is a real locomotive train, and is going to be in very exciting fights in the middleweight division. But yeah, Billy came out for him. He told me that they would, and if they did, I'll put him on a show. We'll do the Ulster Hall, and we'll hopefully get him the headline. And Conor Quinn's exceptional talent. Needed them rounds, and needed them rounds. That's a bit more than one lane, but exceptional talent, needed rounds, and I think Mark Conlan can really move him quick next year.
Obviously, it's been a tough couple of days as a promoter for you in terms of all the fall throughs. That's nothing you can do about that. But congratulations on an unbelievable show tonight. You felt it went well, Dan?
Well, thank you very much, COLM. Since you're COLM McGuigan USA now, and you were too busy to come in this week and stating that I missed a flight and flights delayed and shit like that. So we lose COLM first. We lose fighters on the card. We lose production companies. We lose all the different things that we had to replace. Did we replace you?
Not yet. Well, not done enough.
Okay, sorry. Okay, but no, it was a horrific week for us. A really tough week. A week that we had to learn a lot on the fly. Well, I say me, learn a lot on the fly as a promoter, and a real smack of reality of it, because we've had it easy, I think, from the past. But yeah, these nights make it all worth it.
Thanks for your time, I appreciate it.
Cheers, COLM. All the best.
I'm going to share something with you that might put me in a very negative light, yeah.
Relationships are not my forte.
See if someone grabbed up my wife for saying completely different ballgame.
I'll walk away from it, and this has been like a therapy session.